your IG coach, Nikki, also known as Black Girl Hoopin'. So don't be surprised if sometimes you see me with the hula hoop in a video, but I'll still be talking about growing your Instagram because that's why you clicked on the video. That's what you want to know. That's what you're here for. And so I'm here basically, like I said, to give you all the tea about growing your Instagram following and having engagement and just being able to monetize it. So I myself, I do a lot of research about this. I watch videos, I read books, I do trainings, anything I could think of to do to know about Instagram and how to grow it and how to get your following up. So, my Instagram account, besides IG Coach Nikki, is Black Girl Hoopin', and I've had my account for a year, and I have almost 2,500 followers, and I've helped other people grow their Instagram by coaching them, helping them know what to do because it's a frustrating thing for a lot of us. Like, business used to just be, you know, uh, brick and mortar, get emails, word of mouth, whatever, whatever. But now we have social media. And so when you get ready to start a business, the way to get the word out without paying a whole bunch of money for advertising is social media. So, it's a crucial part to our business. We have to learn how to use it. And so a few of the things that we're going to tackle today is what it takes to grow your IG and branding and building community. So this is what I want to tell you right now is that growing your Instagram is going to be a part-time job, especially when you're starting from scratch. Because the thing that most people don't realize is like, yeah, it's cool to add your family and your friends, but most of the time, those are not the people that are going to buy your product. Those might not be the people that share your posts. And they might buy from you, but to be honest, how many times are your friends and families going to keep buying from you? Unless you're selling something like, food, or coffee or drinks like that. They might, but at the end of the day, you want to reach more than just your family and your friends. So you're gonna have to put the work in there to do it, which means that you're gonna have to be active on Instagram. And so growing your Instagram is not for the faint at heart. It's not for people that get tired of the screen. It's not for people that don't like socially interacting on Instagram. If that's you, then you might want to pay someone else to grow your Instagram for you. Or you might, take the route of, paying for followers or whatever like that, because people do that. But the downside to paying for followers is that your engagement might be low. You might not make sales because they're not organic. They don't know you. They're just, I don't know where, I don't even know where the paid followers come from. Now that's one thing that I don't know, and I'm going to research that. So on my next video, I'm going to talk about where do the paid followers come from. I think they come from bots. But yes, it's going to take a lot of work to grow your Instagram. It means that you can't be lazy. You can't be lazy with hashtags. You can't be lazy with not posting. Like, you have to be consistent. You have to be using, all of the features on Instagram. You have to be going live. You have to be posting. You have to be engaging with the people that comment under your posts. And you have to engage with them more than just liking their comment, just leaving an emoji, because nowadays it's like people don't just buy your product or your service, they buy into you. So you really have to make that a part of, your Instagram, which takes me into the next thing we're going to talk about, which is branding and building community. So that's what you want to build on your Instagram. You want to build a community of people that feel like they know you, they know your products, And that is what makes people want to buy your products, makes people want to buy your services, is you. Because the thing is, you can have a great product, but they might be able to get that great product somewhere else also. And that's the thing that we have to keep in mind, is that if I'm selling shea butter, there's 50 other companies selling shea butter. There's 50 other people selling shea butter. Like, what makes my shea butter different? How is my marketing different? What do people connect me making my shea butter to? What feeling does it give them? Because nowadays, people really do care about where they're putting their dollars, especially us millennials. We really care about that. We really want to know, like, what are you doing? Why should I give you my money? Like, and that's the thing about Instagram. People want to know why. How can I say this? People want to know why they should follow you. Other than buying your products, why should I follow you? And then once I buy your product, why should I continue to follow you? You might have a great product, I might buy it, but why do I need to keep following you after I've bought your product? What else am I going to get out of that? Meaning, are you going to have interesting content? Are you going to have educational content? If you're selling shea butter, you can tell people who invented shea butter. Where does the shea nut come from? What did people used to use it from? Just like education. And this is one thing I'm going to say, and you're probably going to hear me repeat this over and over and over and over again. Things that become viral, things that get shared a lot, are things that are educational and informing, outrageous, spectacular, things people can relate to, that's funny, makes them smile, makes them feel some type of feeling. So if you want to keep your following up, or even if your goal is to go viral, because those are things that go viral, that's the type of content that you have to be putting out. You have to be putting out the type of content that make people feel connected to you. And then again, consistency. You should at least be posting 3 times a day, and all of your posts should have hashtags under them. All of your posts should have captions under them, and they don't have to always be long, drawn out captions. Some of them should be. Some of them should tell your story. Some of them should make people stop and halt and be like, man, let me read this. I can connect to this. I can relate to this. So, those are the things that you need to think about, when you first start up your Instagram page. What type of followers do I want? Do I want people that are just gonna buy from me once and they don't follow me anymore? Do I want people that's gonna follow me consistently and buy from me consistently? Do I want followers that are gonna engage in my posts? Do I want lurkers? Nobody wants lurkers. People want people to engage. And then nowadays, you have to think about it. There are so many ways for people to legitimize you, but nowadays, how many followers you have on your Instagram is one of those ways. I had a friend call me the other day. They just got on Instagram, which is crazy to me, but they just started their Instagram, and they were like, oh, this lady was in my, inbox, and she said she was a success coach. And he was like, but she only had like 700 followers. And I was like, well, just because she has 700 followers doesn't mean that she's not a success coach. And he was like, girl, I don't know about that. I didn't respond. So that is a way for people to verify you. unfortunately, nowadays. But these are things that can work in your favor. There are tons of people that have blew up because they have that content that people love to see on Instagram, and now they're able to, monetize it. People are sharing it. People are buying into things. People are buying what they tell them to buy because they trust that person. So, as a new person on Instagram, as a new business on Instagram, that is what you're going for. You're trying to develop trust with your followers, which means letting them know more and more about you so they can feel like, I really know this person and I want to shop with this person because this person's story sounds similar to my story, or this person's, story of starting their business is similar to what I went through when I was starting my business. So those are the things that you really need to take the time to focus on when you're building your Instagram page, your story. So I have a couple of questions that I ask people when they, you know, uh, patronize my services as their personal IG coach. I have a couple of questions. One of those questions that I ask them is, what is your story and what parts of it do you think people will relate to? So when you're doing your Instagram, when you're writing your posts, when you're thinking about things, that's what you need to think about. What parts of your story will people relate to, and how can you tie it into your business? And that's, you said, tie it into your business. I don't want to hear about you skateboarding through the park just because it's fun and you're selling shea butter. Okay? Like, that doesn't go together. Now, if you said, I was skateboarding through the park and I was having a good old time, but then I noticed that my knees were just so rusty, and thank goodness that I had my go-to shea butter in my bag, and I just whipped it out and put it on my knees really quick, and ta-da, moisturize, something like that. But don't, have things that don't tie into your business. And that's the important part of content too. Like, save some of the personal stuff. Like, if you want to post personal stuff, if you want to post, oh, I went to a concert, or, I went to the park, I'm having a picnic, or whatever, that stuff you post in your stories. But your news feed, when people land on your news feed, they should be able to tell right away what you do and what you can do for them. They shouldn't land on your news feed and see, oh, he was at the Jadena concert. Oh, he was doing karaoke. No, those are not, no, 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 no. Put that in the stories. That's interesting stuff. But if it doesn't tie into what you're trying to sell, that content should not be on your newsfeed. And so I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I'm going to wrap that up today. I hope you learned something. And if you did, like, subscribe, and share. And again, the things we went over today is, it takes work to grow your following. It's not for the faint of heart. And what is your story? What are the parts that people relate to? And you need to share that in order so you can build trust with your audience so they will want to buy. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. And until next time, keep growing, keep growing, keep growing.